2, 1, go.
Yep.
Are we on?
We're on.
Hello everyone and welcome back.
We don't have anybody yet.
No?
Nope. It's live, but we gotta give people a couple minutes. All right, we got a few people joining us now.
Tell me where we last time.
Hey, Rob. Why don't you ask, Sarah, let's let Rob ask the questions to Daniele. Let me have fun.
Yep.
Do you have, can you get on your face?
Ready?
So Rob, Daniele, Rob's gonna, ask you the questions or tell you who's joining, that kind of thing.
All right. Hello. Hello everyone.
My job is being outsourced.
Am I out? Am I on? Am I on? And I see. Yes.
You're on.
Hello. Hey. Hello. Hello everyone and welcome back into my kitchen. Today we're going to do the porchetta, which is one of those recipes that everybody would like to know how to make. And I'm going to explain to you and I'm going to show it to you. First things first. Oven. Come on, woman. Turn the oven on. 250. Boom. Done. We'll start from there. By the time we put the porchetta inside, the oven will be fine. So what I'm trying to do here is show you how this wonderful Tuscan recipe is made. So let's see what everyone has in their bag. You obviously have the pork belly. Some of you maybe have the thinner belly, which is from the outside. Other ones have a pretty thick piece. I got lucky actually in mine, and I got a pretty thick piece. We have pancetta, which we have there. We have the garlic. We have rosemary, thyme, and sage. So sometimes, and many times, people ask me, they say, but all these herbs, which one is the most important? Obviously, all three of them are very important because these are Tuscan herbs. And most of the times, these are the herbs that you feel when you drink a Tuscan wine. You know, you feel it in the nose, especially the Banfi Chianti Classico that we had tonight. So let's get ready. Let's start. Lay everything out. We're going to do this extremely slowly for everybody to understand. So the first thing we're going to do, besides after we turn the oven on at 250, is we want to crush the garlic, all right, that we're going to use from the inside of the porchetta. So we're going to remove the peel, okay, and we need 2 cloves of garlic, which you have in your bag. All right? So this one first. No particular cut, just chop it roughly. That's it. All right? We're going to finish it with the herbs. All right, get the herbs. Go to the opposite side, the opposite direction of where the herbs is, and clean up the rosemary. Do the same thing with the thyme. I'm going to go very slowly. I'm doing this first because that's the marinade, so he has to get all the flavors. There's more over here. If you guys have any questions, please go ahead and ask.
I'm having trouble hearing still, Daniele.
All right. So we have the thyme and the sage. You got these herbs in your bag. All right? Let's put everything together. Okay, so I have the garlic, thyme, sage, and rosemary all together. Don't worry if you have a little bit of the thyme, the little palillo over here. You know, it's okay. What we're gonna do now is chop it. So look what I'm doing. I get the knife, I put my hand like this. I don't wanna slice my fingers, all right? We're not gonna do anything fancy. We're not gonna do any professional cooking over here. This is not a cooking show. This is just a way of spending 1 hour together and learn how to do a few recipes that are real, authentic recipes. All right? If you like your porchetta, maybe you like spicy food, you want it to be a little bit spicier, you can chop maybe a little bit of pepper flakes, red pepper flakes with it, you know, if you like it a little spicier.
Someone asked if there's any benefit to letting it marinate overnight.
Yes, there is benefits. It gets way more flavor. But to me, 30 minutes to an hour is plenty of time. Okay? But if you wanted to get more flavors, yeah, you can let it marinate overnight. So that's all we're looking for. That's it. Rough cut, no, not too small, not too big, something that pretty much look like this. Okay? Let's get this and transfer it to a little bowl. And I will wait for you all the way in doing this. So if you want me to slow down, go ahead and ask me. I'm not gonna go too fast anyway. So on this we're gonna do a little bit of pepper with my beautiful Banfi pepper mill. All right? A little bit of salt. That's sea salt. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil. About a tablespoon. And about two tablespoons of wine. Boom.
So we got to slow down.
Slow down.
And we are slowing down.
You want to maybe...
all the rosemary. You put it all in there?
No, I chopped it up. I chopped the rosemary with all the herbs. So once I do that, sorry, I mix it. You see? Not too much liquid, not too little. So I put 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil and 2 tablespoons of white wine, the wine of your choice. Okay? Just make sure it's good wine. Please use good stuff when you're cooking. Okay?
Maybe a nice Banfi wine.
Maybe a nice wine, yeah. Check it
But
in.
not to cook.
It'll be good. So there you go. So we let this sit for a little bit. And now we're gonna work on the pancetta, which is the belly. So lay down the pancetta flat on the board. Make sure your knife can slice, okay? Some of you have a pancetta that is at the end, see, very thin. What we're looking for is to slice this thing even right below. Actually, it's better if I show it this way.
Hey Daniele, how much olive oil did you put in the...
1 tablespoon. Right before the skin, okay? Right before, make sure you don't slide the skin. Even if it's a thin slice, it's okay, okay? I'm not looking for perfection over here. I'm just looking to open this thing wide. So, a little bit at a time. Once you get to this point, you can start opening it. And now you see where you're slicing. Always go horizontal. Okay? Always go horizontal. Slice a little bit at a time. Don't rush it. Make sure your knife is a good knife, like this one.
Wine, about the same? Tablespoon?
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons.
All right? See, once I get here, I can pretty much see what I'm doing. So here is easy, because I go through the middle and I start slicing. I don't want to slice all the way. Okay, I just want to get this thing open. That's it. So open it up. I can feel it that it's still a little thick, so I can do another slice. I can do a little incision over here, create a little channel, which I'm gonna need. You see that? I'm gonna have a little more slice, a little more room to go. And I think at this point, I'm okay. All right? So everybody's gonna be to this point. At this point, I wanna create those channels because I have to marinate the porchetta. So I'm gonna do these little slices over here just on the top. I don't want to go too deep.
So you did not cut that entire.
No, I'm gonna leave about half an inch.
So
Because-
we've got a lot of slowdowns.
Yes, no problem. I'll slow down. All right, so I'm at this point.
Why don't you just get some questions in?
Yeah, whatever questions I can answer.
Just maybe re-walk through exactly what you did to get to this point.
Open it up.
Yeah.
Basically what I did is I sliced it and I opened it up. That's all I did. A little bit at a time. Okay? Because we don't want this slice all the way through. You see that? You don't want to slice all the way through. A little bit at a time. Boom, boom, boom. Actually, you see this? I went a little bit too far. It doesn't matter because I'm gonna fold it. The thing is, you don't want everything to be in two pieces because you can't fold it. But if one piece, you got a little hole, it's okay. All we're gonna do is fold it. So maybe this side will get more pancetta. So once I get to this point, this little marinade is gonna be on top of it. And I will not close it until you tell me that you're ready.
Well, Lisa sliced it the other way.
Doesn't matter. You're gonna have one side with the skin, one side without. So there you go. Get this stuff and really, really, really push it in there. Okay? Make sure you just squeeze it in there. Whatever cuts you've done, whatever you have thing of, there you go. You just soak the marinade in there. See, it's already looking great. Okay?
Which one?
Yeah, I wanna,
Want
Can
to
I
make
put some
spots?
red on your fingers?
okay? And once we do this, yes. Go ahead and put your pancetta in the middle. Okay, now I have to say something real quick. I already made some, and I'm gonna show you the end of it. So, because I finish all the pancetta, I use bacon. So, if you want to use bacon instead of pancetta, you want to use guanciale, which is even better, go ahead and do that. Why do I put the pancetta in the middle? Because I want to keep it moist. The pancetta has a little bit of fat that is going to keep the inside of the guanciale moist. Actually, in many cases, they also put pork pieces in between to keep it moist. But to me, pancetta works perfect. These are thin cut of belly, as you can see. So if everybody is with me, now it's time to roll. So I hear music.
Let's see if we
And
maybe
my-
have any questions real
And my thing
fast.
starts going when I hear music, you know? Ding, ding. Yeah, every time I hear music,
Get the Bee Gees on. Get the Bee Gees on.
Don't do the Bee Gees.
I can't hold myself. See the side goes.
It's like Shakira over
It
there.
goes by itself. I can't hold it.
The hips don't lie.
All right. So roll from the side with no skin. Okay. We need to show the side with the skin on the outside. So roll side with no skin. Roll side with no skin. Boom. See? We need to show the skin. Bang. That's what we got. All right? Now at this point, if somebody wants me to slow down, I will slow down. But at this point, what we're gonna do, and this is because this doesn't have to be a professional thing. This can be anything, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna cut those pieces. So I'm not gonna do a professional baba bing. I'm just gonna leave it very, very, very simple. So we're gonna do 1, 2, and tight. But I want you to see the tight is not that tight. It's a little bit loose. All I'm looking for is this to stay together. That's it. So I pass it twice and then I'm gonna do another one. Boom. Done. We're going to cut the excess in a few minutes. Let me do that again. Go through it. about a couple of inches, 2 or 3 inches. One, pass the twine twice, boom, not too tight, and then you do another one, boom, done. Leave it alone. So everybody's with me so far, I guess. Okay, one more. 1, 2, boom, not too tight. You see, not too tight. He has to breathe. If you do it too tight, this part is gonna dry up and eventually it's gonna break. But we don't want that. Boom, done. Let's do another one. Might be able to do about 4 or 5 depending on what kind of piece you got. Some pieces were shorter, so you can do it with 4. Some pieces that are longer, you can do it with 5, like in this case. So same thing. 1 and 2 around. 2. And you do another one. Boom. Done. And then we do one more, last one. One side. 1 and 2. And one over here. Now, the side have to be free. The porchetta doesn't like to be tight on the side, so leave it like this, nice and free. What I do is I cut the excess of this butcher twine. Okay. Anybody give up on me? No?
Oh, they're in.
Good.
They were a little, some were rolling while you were tying, but we've got
Good.
5 ties, 2 inches apart.
Yes.
Look good, loose.
And then what I do is I get a little bit of white wine
Oh, it's like rosé.
and I put it in the pan. No, I was washing the glass. In between red and white. Okay? I get this baby. I roll it in the wine. Okay? And I let it sit for a couple of minutes. Okay? My oven is at 250. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I already pre-made one and I did it at CiboDivino. Okay? On convection, it took an hour to go more than halfway cooked. At home, the 250 doesn't mean 250. Your oven is probably 225, 220, 210. So that's why I say 2 hours cooking process. But let's go ahead and put it in. When you open it, it's gonna lose some of the temperature. And you go directly. I put the pan at the bottom, and I put this directly on top of the grill. That's it. Okay? And I want to make sure that I collect all the juices that the porchetta is gonna lose, because obviously the fat is gonna come down. Now, one thing that I'm going to do in that very pan, I'm gonna put a little bit of water, probably half a cup of water. That way the juices are not gonna dry because I need them. The water will keep the oven moist and will keep the porchetta moist. And eventually it's gonna dry up, and what you're gonna have left is the fat from the porchetta. I do this because in a little bit I'm gonna show you. I put some potatoes over here, and the potatoes can cook in the fat, but not now. Now it's too soon. So let's go ahead and close this, okay? And don't look at the time because I didn't set the time. It's 9:54 p.m. Why is that
Wait,
late?
it doesn't sit in the out. How long did you put it in the wine? Just for a few minutes?
Just for a few seconds. That's it. 30 seconds is done. It's ready.
And then
So-
fat side on the rack or up?
The fat side up. Why do I put the fat side up? Because porchetta is going to drain the fat, so the fat can go at the bottom. Okay? That's why I put the fat side up. If I put the fat side down, it's going to drip on the pan, and the top will get dry, and we don't want that. So the top getting dried, transfer the fat on the bottom. That's why the fat side is up. So set it and forget it, a friend of mine used to say. So let's put the porchetta 250 degrees in the oven. It's gonna stay in there for 2 hours. 1 hour from now, I want you to check it and make sure the porchetta is not too dry or it's not overcooked. If it needs to, come on woman, hello, thank you. All you have to do is get a brush or get a spoon and get the top wet. You know, all you have to do is get the top moist and wet. That's all you have to do. But in terms of cooking process, this is done. This is it. And you want to thank me for that. Now, since we have time, I'm gonna do, before we go to the pasta, I want to do a quick thing with a good friend of mine, a person that, besides my wife, I married 6 years ago, and I can't get rid of. We're gonna go and check my friend Ryan Olmo, see what he's got going. Let's wait a couple of minutes so we can get connected. Ryan, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, enjoying the class.
You are? Oh, good.
Absolutely. How are
Did
you?
make your porchetta is in the oven?
Hey, not yet. We do late dinners here. I don't usually get off the farm until it
That's
gets
very
dark.
European of you.
Yes. Yeah, I'm usually in the house after the dark, 8, dark 30 or whatnot, and we start dinner then.
Cool, cool. I'm sure you had something to. You always find something to do out there. You know.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you tell us what's going on this week in the farm? Because
What?
these people are gonna eat pasta with pesto, and we have to show them that actually the pesto is organic.
Yeah, absolutely. So, everybody that tuned in last week, we actually basil, and we showed us picking the basil and all the harvesting. And I'm going to flip the camera around just to show you how much basil it
Yes.
took to make all of those kits. There's what I harvested. And there's the rest of the row. So we have plenty more. So Daniele really wants to do pesto on the next kit. So, but this is.
As much as I don't think so. I mean,
Well, if you could all be here.
can you more or less tell me how many pounds of pesto we used to make this bag, this kit?
I believe it was close to 8 pounds of basil that I picked.
Unbelievable.
And that was about 12 feet on the row, and then have to hand pick it all. I tell you, if anybody's seen Willy Wonka, if you had smell-o-vision right now, smell-o-vision to smell this basil, it's amazing. But,
I know about your basil. So I've seen it. What else
well,
can you tell us? You have anything else that is coming up? You want
absolutely. We had a lot going on the last time we talked. So last time we talked, I remember we were talking about us putting down some kale. We did that fabulous kale quinoa salad last year, and it was a big hit. So we went ahead and planted kale. That's what these hoops are. So we did kale and collards. These hoops will help with the pests, and then over the winter we'll be put plastic down to help. So we'll have actually 2 rows of kale, which is 100 feet, 2 rows of collards to do whatever we'd like. And then I know we did talk about all the tomatoes going on. So we have quite a few tomatoes that you can see on the vines, but we also talked about a new variety that we put down, a speckled Roma. So this is it has variegations. There's little lines on them. They weren't supposed to produce until probably late, July, August, but as you can see, they're already starting to go. So we should have some speckled Romas here pretty soon. As far as all the rest of the tomatoes, we're harvesting, and a matter of fact, we have a lucky couple getting married next weekend that'll be eating all these heirloom tomatoes as one of their dishes. So they're gonna have the freshest tomato that anybody can find, quite honestly.
Yeah.
So this is a pretty mammoth one. Waiting for that one to go.
About that party, yeah.
Yes.
That's fantastic. You were telling me this morning that you have zucchini coming up and all that stuff. And by the way,
Yes, yes.
the kale salad, yes, it was very successful, especially in the Puleo family, because we
Yes.
were eating it every night. So,
So this is what we picked yesterday. These are all different varieties of the tomatoes. This is the Costa Romanesco, the Roman squash with the ribs and the flowers. Some of these are a little overgrown. They're bigger just because I need to harvest the seeds. So I let them grow as big as they can to
yeah,
harvest the seeds for next season so I don't have to buy them again. It's all about sustainability and not having to rebuy. Then these are a new variety that I hadn't tried before. These are called summer ball, cue ball, and 8-ball squash. They're actually just round balls. You can harvest them as little as 2 inches all the way up to about 6 inches in diameter. And those will be a lot of fun. We're gonna play with those, see how they work, and kind of get going from there.
they look amazing. Wow,
Thank you.
really
Yeah, so we
amazing.
have other stuff going down in the ground. We did plant the broccoli rabe. I also planted a late harvest watermelon called the Shiras watermelon. And then we're doing a couple of cantaloupe that'll be due probably August, September. And that'll come out. And we talked the last time also, you see the progress of where the lemongrass is. The lemongrass smells amazing, Daniela. You have to smell this stuff. So here's
Oh,
all the lemongrass.
I'll be there soon because I want to enjoy your pool too.
Absolutely. That's what I'm about to do. I had some assistants here, my son and my wife, and they all bailed on me to go to the pool. So,
Cool.
when work gets hard, everybody goes swimming.
I love it. Listen, did I hear you building a kitchen out there or what?
Yes. Building an outdoor kitchen with an Argentinian bracero. It's a little bit of a mess, but
What
that's it right over there.
can we see it? Can we have a quick look of it?
Yeah, sure.
It's gonna
So,
help me. It's gonna help me getting the people, uh,
absolutely.
into the
So right here,
of the
that's
porchetta.
my little pizza oven over there. That's going right over here. And this is going to be an Argentinian, it's called a bracero or a Santa Maria grill. So it's a live cooking. We'll have fire brick all lined inside of here with steel on the sides. The grill will be able to be raised up and down on a little a wheel. And it's all meant to be used by like with a shovel. When I grew up, we always grilled on the ranch or whatnot. We use a shovel to move the coals. So this is a live fire wood grill, all on cinder blocks. We'll have a sink here. This will actually be a cross like post-production station for the farm, a little bar top. Everything now is sand here. We haven't leveled this out, but it'll be crushed granite to be kind of clean, and it's coming along. I don't know if you see, we also have some dragon beans coming along too. Those dragon tongue beans that we had last week, I made some kind of like with all the zucchini we had. I threw some of these beans in the little pot, roasted them up, and we'll start to do pickling and all sorts of fun stuff. But we got quite a few beans. We have 2 different varieties of okra down. The okra will be out pretty soon. Green beans, and then we also have some radish that are about ready to pull. So excuse the mess. It's always cultivation time and working on the farm, so it's
Oh
never
no,
really.
no, it actually
Yeah.
looks pretty clean and pretty organized.
Yeah. So this is. There you go.
It's
These are
amazing that you find the time to work at Chivo and to work on the farm.
absolutely. It's a lot of late nights and early mornings. I'll tell you that.
No, I believe you. Well, the place looks fantastic, man. How much is it gonna cost to spend the night at your house?
Oh, millions. Enough for me to retire.
I love it, man. It looks really good. I'm very proud of it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bring this stuff at Chibo so we can making some great stuff with it.
Absolutely. Will do. I'm going to finish
All
up the
right,
rest of the
Ryan.
class. I'm going to go start my porchetta a little bit late, but I'll get it going too.
It's all right. Send us photographs of it.
You got it.
Thank you,
Thanks,
sir.
everybody.
Looking good.
Ciao.
Thank you.
Ciao. Ciao.
All right. Ciao. Ciao.
Ciao.
Wow, amazing stuff. Well, now you see it. It's organic. Now you see it. We do have a farm. Now you see what we do. So anyway, Real quick, let's go back to this fantastic porchetta. Now that it's cooking, I want to show you a little bit of a salad that I like to serve with the porchetta. Ryan was talking about tomatoes. I do have my own tomatoes in the backyard. These are Romas, and these are, I don't know. These are beautiful heirlooms. These ones are from my backyard. Heirlooms that we use in Sicily to make tomato sauce most of the times. So this is what I do. Cut the tomatoes. Okay. I know you don't have that stuff in the kit. I'm just showing you what you can do when you make porchetta. Alright. I do halves all the time. Half. 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 Yes. Who's saying hello? Rob Shearer. Rob Shearer. Oh my God, it's their anniversary.
Can you believe Cassie has stayed around this long?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, you know, I had the perfect comeback, but I don't want to say it because my wife is here. Oh, yes. I can't believe it. Is she doing it? Cassie?
Yes, she's on.
Wow.
She's on. Rob's on. Lisa Martella's on.
Lisa. Yeah.
Old habits die hard.
Yeah, Lisa and Brandon, they do it all the time. So always have.
And you have a Kansas City.
Oh,
Friends in
I
Kansas
love
City
it.
that are doing.
So-
Friends with it.
Boom. Beautiful. Then what I did is I grilled some Belgian endive. Extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper. That's it. So what I'm gonna do with this Belgian endive is I'm gonna cut strip of it. Okay. Right there.
I love all these little hearts and hugs. You get lots of
So much
hugs.
love.
Okay.
I'm about to turn on the Bee Gees.
Yeah. Oh,
Please,
so
my
good.
my bing, bing, bing. I'm gonna start going if you do the BGs. Then this gorgeous green onion. Okay.
And this is just bonus. This is
That looks great.
If you want, you can just leave it like this and just do these long sections of it.
You're cooking the porchetta for at least an hour, right? Hour and a half.
I'm gonna check 2 hours, but I'm gonna check it in an hour. All right? One more.
Oh, yeah.
in dive.
Well, I think
No, this one is the green onion. They're also called summer onion. Okay. That's too long, so I will have on top. What else do I do over there? Check this out. Look at that. Pecorino cheese.
so salty.
I love it. Yeah. I actually love pecorino more than Parmigiano.
Parmigiano's salty sister.
That sounds so good. What if you eat both of them at the same time?
As long as they're into it.
Okay? And then, what I like to do, I give a little bit of Sicilianness. And put some Castelvetrano olives in there.
What did you call? What did you call this?
Castelvetrano. Castelvetrano is a small town, Valle del Belice, where the olives come from.
They have like a bright green to them. Really pretty.
So, Daniele,
Okay. And then after I do this,
does anyone say these?
I'm gonna put this green stuff.
We've got some questions.
We got some questions.
This green stuff, which is from my backyard as well. Basil.
Do you have an internal temperature you're cooking the
Well, pork should be 165 degrees internal, but I calculated the time, and the 2 hours is plenty of time. So, boom. On top of that, a little bit of salt. Some, please use fresh pepper. Don't use this stuff that is already stuffed, marinated, or whatever. Okay? And then extra virgin olive oil.
Oh, wow.
And this is a perfect summer salad. And Signora Puleo can say yes, Signora Puleo.
It's
This is all the stuff you like.
summer salad.
So not the ranch dressing I saw.
No, but I have some Thousand Island if you like.
No, we use the olive oil.
All right. So how is everybody doing? Is everybody ready or what? Should we start doing the pasta? Should we get the water boiling? You want to check the porchetta with me? I know it's a little too early. Cooking beautifully. Still dripping. Okay. After an hour, if you want, you can dice some potatoes and put the potatoes in there.
Sounds good.
Which is something that I'm gonna do. Yeah. Okay. How much time do I have? Come on, woman. Yes. This one and this one. There you go.
I believe 20 minutes, but we're on Facebook this time, so
Oh, it doesn't matter. You know what?
I'm not sure.
Let's do the whole 2 hours then. I think
Yeah.
the porchetta is ready. You know? What in the world?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to taste this one. That's what we're doing, okay?
I am. Roger wants to know where you can pick that salad up. Can you get that salad at Chiba?
No, you get at my house. I can make some side sales. No.
Do
This
tell
one,
them to come over. They'll be here with the three
This
girls
one-
here in like 2
this
seconds.
one is it's a Sicilian salad. I mean, it's a tomato base, and I'm sure it's
Like leftover, or your produce, you just kind of like, hey, let's make a salad.
you can make a salad with anything you have in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
But this one's, see, I like summer stuff. So, tomatoes, very summer-like. This, very summer-like. Olives, always.
Okay.
Pecorino, I can sleep on it.
Yeah.
Which gives me a chance to tell you about the next class. Next class, for all you vegetarians out there been asking me, please do a vegetarian. Next week, in 2 weeks, we're gonna do cooking with the eggplant, which is the summer vegetable of all vegetables. I'm going to show you an eggplant appetizer, and I'm going to show you the famous penne alla norma, which is a pasta with eggplant and ricotta salata. Now, from here, since we have time, I'm going to show you how I made your pesto, by the way. Come on, woman, you're gonna have to follow me over here. Okay, so your pesto has been made this way. Let me get the garlic going. I like that.
Companies always have a good time.
Oh, can you come every 2 weeks?
Yeah.
No
Sign me
problem.
up.
If it doesn't slow them down.
All right, pesto. And by the way, this is not pesto genovese. Pesto genovese is green beans and potatoes. So this is just pesto. So, boom. Garlic. Pecorino. Now you're gonna look, I know already, many of you are gonna say, why are you using pecorino, you're not using parmigiano? I use pecorino because I use less salt. Pecorino is salty, and I don't want to use too much salt. So this is basically natural salt, and that's why I use pecorino. Besides, it's a personal preference. I really love pecorino. So then I put a little bit of my extra virgin olive oil.
Your firstborn says hello.
Giuseppe, my boy. Hello, Pepe. I love you. That's my beautiful son. Black pepper. How much? Did I get spicy? 2 more.
You think Giuseppe's cooking with you?
Giuseppe, no, he's not cooking. Giuseppe is learning. He always wants to learn about that. And now I'm a woman. I have to get the finance. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Finance.
Is he gonna come to the town this summer? Or?
Okay.
Oh, he can. Oh man, bummer.
Giuseppe cannot come to town. Okay, find it. And last, I'm gonna put the basil. Now the basil has been washed.
He says he
Okay.
loves you, which every dad wants to hear from their son.
Oh yeah.
Aww. Show's over. Show's over.
Okay.
Tears.
He's my boy, my reason to live, my son. So, and then I put the basil. Okay, basil is washed. It has to be dry. You cannot leave the basil wet, otherwise it's gonna kill your pesto. And you have to have beautiful leaves like this. No dots, no nothing. It has to be clear. If it's got a little bit of that blackness, it's gonna get the pesto bitter. So you don't want to ruin it. Pesto has to be nice. Best leaves outside in your garden. And that's the way I make it, obviously, because it doesn't supposed to be made like this, but that's the way I make it. The pesto is supposed to be made with a mortar, you know, and bada bing, but we don't have the time for that. And I need a little bit more oil. Rob, maybe you should say hi to Giuseppe.
We did. I'll always say hi to Giuseppe. I'm ready to come visit him in Utah.
Yeah, yeah.
He can take me skiing.
You and me both, yeah. Ooh.
I think he should be studying for the CFA and not.
Oh, he's studying.
You gotta have a little fun.
Little fun.
So, what you want to avoid when you make the pesto is that the blaze gets too hot. Make sure the blaze don't get hot, otherwise your pesto is gone, basically. It's gonna get dark. This is perfect, nice and green, as you can see. Beautifully made, beautiful because I made it. Thank you very much. So, this is the one I'm gonna have with pasta. I have made some already, obviously, which you all have in the bags. This baby is the same that you see over there. I'm gonna mix it up. Boom, boom, boom. And is everybody eating the pasta tonight? Are they making spaghetti? I mean, the linguine. Okay, that's it. Now we got the pesto. So the water boiling, yes? Is everybody's water boiling? Let's go ahead and put the pasta in. Okay, just drop it like this.
This is what they should be doing right now.
Yeah, yeah. I've said that to start the water earlier. I mean, you can just watch and do it yourself. It's the same thing. So I have not put any salt in the water right now. Okay, water was boiling, and I put the pasta in.
Yeah, you've got Jenny and Val and Val's birthday.
Jenny and Val, happy birthday, Val. We miss you, girls. I love you. Happy birthday, Val.
You did not salt the water, correct?
No yet, no. I will salt the water in a couple of minutes. And most of all, and I see this star television chef, put some oil. Why do you put oil in the water? What? For what? The pasta doesn't stick. Even without the oil, it doesn't stick. Super chefs, it doesn't stick. Stop telling people they have to put oil in the water. No, make sure the pasta doesn't stick. No, it doesn't stick, Mr. F word. It doesn't stick. You don't need to put oil in there. Yeah, you know.
Oh, Ramsey.
You can say that. Okay, so temperature going down slightly. Perfect timing. Let's pick up the temperature. Back up with the salt. The salt will help the water to get the temperature. If you want to cover it, it's fine. I don't like to cover the pasta, so I just let it go. Okay? Now at this point, what I do is, by the way, when you make the pesto, if you put it in the refrigerator, pull it out about an hour before. That way it's not cold. You cannot cook pesto. You can't. If you cook pesto, it's going to turn black. It's going to taste like. Okay, something I don't want to say. So my pesto looks fantastic. So at this point, we're just going to wait for the pasta to be ready, and then I'm going to dump the pasta directly into the pesto. So what do I do at this point? I have to get my beautiful copper pan, put the pesto in there. Look how beautiful. Come on, woman. Yes?
Pasta should
Yeah.
depend on what they're
Come on,
doing.
woman, say yes. Look at that. That's
How long does that pasta cook then?
pasta is gonna cook 8 minutes on live fire, an extra minute with the fire off. That's how it stays al dente, without the need of extra virgin olive oil. So we're gonna transfer this directly into that. But I didn't know. I have no idea when I put the pasta in, but does it really matter? No, because I'm gonna taste it first. So it doesn't really matter. Let me give a quick look to the porchetta. Boom. All right, still cooking. Beautiful. See how it's dripping? It's collecting all the fat over there, and then in an hour when I check it, I'm gonna cut the potatoes in diced, and I'm gonna wash them really well, keep the skin on. And I'm gonna put the potatoes over there, so they're gonna cook in the fat of the porchetta. Hello. I mean, really. Tell me how much time I have, because
I think 12 minutes.
12 minutes. Because at this point, what I would like to do is be a bad boy and show you what the porchetta is supposed to do. Supposed to look like. Once it's all cooked, once it's all said and done, I'm just gonna put it up here. This is my porchetta after, what can I say, an hour and 15 minutes. So I still have to finish it in the oven. Okay, you see all the juices that he collected? Okay. I'm gonna keep them, and this is it. See, and that's a professional tied up, which we don't do. Okay. No skin side. I decided to put a strip of bacon over there, just to keep it moist, because I was gonna reheat it. So to keep it moist, I put a strip of bacon over there. Otherwise, that's the skin, and the porchetta inside. See that? Boom. Boom. And it tastes unbelievable. Do I hear music?
Yeah.
Is it some Bee Gees? I hear some Bee Gees.
Okay, we're gonna.
They get the Bee Gees out of me because they don't want me to dance.
Warm up those hips, Chef.
I'm telling you.
This part is starting.
Yeah,
I'm telling
yeah.
you. They don't want
You're gonna
my. Anyway, when I go.
when you go, you go.
We haven't been out in a long
I
time.
So this baby's gonna go back in the oven. I'm gonna put it for another 30-35 minutes. And then on the juices that I show you, I'm gonna, once they are nice and hot, I'm gonna put put it on a saute pan, a couple pieces of butter, let it reduce a little bit. It's gonna do that thick sauce, and then we're gonna put the thick sauce on top of the porchetta after I slice it. The woman is salivating already.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it.
Busted. Busted.
You got me.
I mean, really. So anyway, all right. I'm a woman. I'm ready. Fire off. No fire. Fire off. Off. Now let it rest a little bit. Give it a minute. It needs to rest a little bit. It needs to relax. It needs to be in his own habitat, on a hot water, not overcooking, keeping the inside al dente. So you are one this. They did it to me. They couldn't wait. They have to give me the bee juice. They know I can't stop.
You can't stop.
Oh my. That is bad.
It's his gift.
So, pick it up. In there. Fire off. Fire is not on. We don't want to cook basil. Nope. A little patience. One more. All right. Once it's in there, mix it. Look at that. Look at that coming over.
That's beautiful.
Oh, this was gonna eat this.
Y'all.
Another one.
Camera woman?
Okay, there you go. See all that? Oh, what is this? Oh, I forgot there was this. Look at that.
Just tell our neighbors just to come on over.
Does it look good or what?
Looks amazing.
Okay, so that's what I'll do. And at the end, just to be. Sorry, come on. I'm sorry, sorry.
No, I'm gonna go on the other side.
Yeah. What we do is grate a little more pecorino on top.
Oh, that's so good.
Do I hear that's
That
amazing?
smells amazing.
Do I hear that's amazing?
I think we could eat the pesto by itself.
That's my linguine with pesto.
Oh,
Anybody else got something to say? Look at that.
Oh.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Well, at this point, I just want to thank everybody.
It's a dance party.
Dance party.
Don't forget, 2 weeks cooking with eggplant. If you love the show, well, let me show you a little bit what we got going outside. We have a little table prepared outside for a dinner. Oh, by the way, that's another of my appetizers that I like to do with the porchetta. Roasted bell peppers with the red onion, fresh mint and goat cheese. Extra virgin olive oil and a touch, and I mean a touch, nulla, a touch of white vinegar. And this is the salad that I already showed you. And this is what we're going to be serving tonight with the porchetta.
Very socially distanced.
Yes, very social distance. with this is Italy, and that one is Germany. And we separated. And that's it. We're done. Well, thank you very much for my house. Love you all. Thank you for buying and for following they're not classes, little cooking live shows. We'll see you in 2 weeks with Penne Norma. And
I think we have a couple questions.
Yes, go for it.
We forgot to use the
Porchetta.
What can we use it for?
The pancetta, you just eat it like this, or use it for another dish. Got it? Brace it. Make it a little hard. And you can make a salad out of it. Add it to a salad.
An omelet with some pecorino.
Yeah, omelet would be great, or you can just make it crisp and add it to a salad.
Yeah.
Then what
But it's
about?
okay if you forget the pancetta. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna change the taste of the flavor of the pancetta. Just give it extra moisture. So just check the temperature of your porchetta after an hour, just to make sure that it's okay. Next, that's it. Thank you all very much. I love you all. Grazie, Daniele, checking out. Love you. See you next time. 2 weeks. Peace. Stay safe. All right? And wear your mask.
And say hi to Chris. Chris. Chris and David. Our neighbors.
Oh, ciao, Chris. Ciao, David. I forgot. From across the street. Oh, God. This is why I have him. Love you. Bye, guys. From my house. See you in 2 weeks.